I'm joined once again by Cortney Casey, who's going to be taking on Michelle Waterson at UFC on Fox 29 in Arizona on April 14th. Cortney, how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good, actually.
Awesome. I can tell. I know you had practice today. I imagine everything went well.
Everything went good, yes. Little glove sparring day today, so we got a couple rounds in, and yeah, doing good, feeling good, so just ready to go.
And you must be so excited that you're getting to fight in Arizona on this card. It's a stack card too. I mean, they got Justin Gaethje in the main event. How excited were you just first off to be on this card?
I'm super happy to be fighting in Arizona. I mean, it's been a long time since I fought in Arizona. I think it was my fight against Ashley Yoder for Coalition of Combat. So it's been a while. I'm super excited. It's a great card. I think there's like 14 fights on the card. Got a couple teammates on there: John Moraga, Luke Sanders. So I'm excited.
Awesome. And of course, I saw your last fight live in Detroit at UFC 218. And I know things didn't go your way in that one, but when it went to the scorecards, how surprised were you that they gave her the fight?
We were pretty surprised. We were all pretty surprised. We pretty much executed the game plan to a T. It could have been a little bit more aggressive, but she's super strong, and we didn't think she was going to be going for any like takedowns, any double legs or single legs. We figured, she was going to try to catch me over committing and just get that body lock and throw me to the ground, which kind of happened in the first round up against the cage. That was just a mental error on my part. But once it went to the ground, I had no problem sweeping her or anything like that. So we thought we won that exchange at the end of the day, but it went in her direction, and that's what happens when it goes to the judges. I don't have a very good rapport with the judges. I think I only won one fight since it's gone to the judges. So it's something I try to stay away from, but unfortunately, it went to the judges and it went her way, and that's just kind of how it goes. But I learned a lot from that fight. I was first fight with the lab, full camp with the lab. So at the end of the day, my coaches were happy. I was happy with my performance, and we just chalk it up and we move on.
And you got another big fight here, another big name in Michelle Waterson. How do you feel like you match up against her in this fight?
I feel like it's a really good matchup for both of us. Stylistically, she goes out there and she puts on a show, as do I, and she's really aggressive moving forward and backwards, and so am I. So I think it's definitely going to be a really good fight.
Excellent. And you mentioned being at the lab. So have you moved to Arizona, or are you just doing like full camps at Arizona?
No, I moved back to Arizona. I'm here full time. I moved out to Glendale. All my family's, out in East Mesa, so it's still about an hour and a half, ride out there to see them. So, I'm close enough, but still, far away where I can focus and everything like that.
That's awesome. And it must be nice being there, because I know the thing I always hear about the MMA Lab, it's like a family. Like you guys all have each other's backs and
Absolutely.
everything. How has that been sort of, being in immersed in that for training camp?
I love it. I mean, like you said, it is a huge family-oriented gym. That we got kids running around. It's a good environment. It's a positive environment. And people strive in that kind of environment. So I'm happy to be a part of it. I'm happy that I have Crouch and Benson and Eddie Chaw and everyone. And I got a great boxing coach, which Alan, who's been working with Henry Cejudo and as well as John Moraga. So I'm super excited to be part of the gym and be there full time.
And there's a lot of fighters you obviously train with, but as far as like main training partners, is it just like, like Lauren Murphy, Mackenzie Dern, those types of fighters?
Yeah, I mean, for this camp, we had to change it up a little bit. Murphy's a lot taller than Michelle Waterson, so we kind of, I drill a lot with Murphy and stuff like that. But I'm sparring with a lot of the smaller guys, the 125ers and 115-pound guys. We have like two really good, you know, guys that walk around at like 130 pounds that would fight at 115 if there was that division. So, and they're stud wrestlers and they're super fast, super technical. So it's a great matchup with them in there, and they give me great looks. So I'm really excited for it.
And who are their names? We might as well get some publicity here for these guys, up
We
and
got
comers. I
we
take
got
it.
Flacco, yeah, Flacco and Fabian, yeah, they're awesome. So super happy to have them, and like I said, they're really fast, really technical, and super strong. So I'm really happy to have them part of my camp.
And how's the weight cut going? Is that process started already? I know we're about a month away
That
from the fight.
process, yeah, that process has started. It's been a process. I walk around, at a pretty decent size, and I just kind of got to dial in on my weight cut, and slowly but surely I get there. I set little individual goals, daily goals, weekly goals, and I have it all up on a calendar, and I weigh in at least 3 times a day, making sure that everything's on target.
Excellent. How do you see this fight playing out on April 14th?
Oh man, I think you're going to see a different Cortney Casey in there. I've been working on a lot of stuff, so yeah, just be prepared for a great fight as always, and a good show, and definitely a more diverse fighter out of me.
I know you're not looking past your opponent here, but I'm sure you want to get a quick turnaround or something like that. If you come out healthy and everything, are you looking to get in there right away, or do you want to take some time, or are you just going to kind of see how the fight goes?
I'm always ready to go. You know, just really focus on this one. But if something comes up afterwards, if I come out clean, like I said, like I'm ready to go. I tell them right after the fight, put me in. If you need a short notice or you need someone to step up and take some fights, I'm always ready to go. So hopefully I come out, good out of this fight, and I can get another fight in before the end of the year. I'd like to get two because I fought so late last year. So I'd like to get two in this year for sure. If not three.
Excellent. Big news right now, obviously, is Ronda Rousey leaving the UFC and going to professional wrestling. What are your thoughts on that? Is that something you're kind of paying attention to, or you're just like, whatever?
Yeah, whatever. I mean, good for her. She's do what you got to do. I know I obviously following her for such a long time in MMA, like you could tell, like she was really into wrestling, and the kind of group of girls she hung out with were all kind of into that. So I think it's a good transition for her. I think she has the marketability over there, and I definitely think it's a good choice.
Excellent. Pro wrestling, I take it, did you never watch it growing up, or you not a fan?
I mean, I watched it here and there. I mean, not really like a super fan, but I mean, I watched it.
Fair enough. Netflix. Last time we talked, it was Friends. Are you still watching Friends, the reruns?
I finished Friends.
Okay.
Finished Friends.
What are
I'm
you on to
watching
now?
Orange is Orange is the New Black.
Okay.
I started that, and Atypical. I watched all of the first season of Atypical. There was only eight episodes, I think, but that show was hilarious. I'm excited for the season 2 to come out. But other than that, that's about it. I've been watching a lot of movies.
Oh, cool. Okay. Orange is the New Black. What are your thoughts? I mean, I've watched, I think, up until the last season. It's different, is it not? I mean,
It's different. Yeah, I think I'm only on the second season. I'm still pretty new into it. I like all the characters. I think, like I couldn't name them, but I mean, I like watching them. And Crazy Eyes, she's awesome.
yeah.
Red's pretty cool. But yeah, I think it's the whole, I mean, there's so many different stories going on, which I like. Keeps me interested in it.
When we're looking forward to the next story in your career, and that is UFC on Fox 29 coming up here April 14th. Courtney, I always appreciate you taking the time just to remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours.
You guys can find me on Instagram. That's pretty much where I do most of my stuff, is on Instagram. That's at Cast Iron Casey. I Twitter every now and then. I think my Twitter is at _ Cast Iron, or I don't know. I don't even know my Twitter.
I think it's Cast Iron _
Casey. Yeah, Cast Iron _ Casey. Of course, the MMA Lab. Zebra Mats has been a huge help this camp. PFS movement, and gosh, I mean, Arius physical therapy. Everyone keeping me in line. Accident Chiropractic and Wellness Center out in Chandler. I've been with him for a while. So yeah. Other than that, that's it.